Well, how do you do lenses? Well, you don't. Right, just joking. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So here we can see an immolator that I painted up a while ago. Now, as you can see from here, I think I've done a very good job on the lenses here. I've sold the effect quite well. So these aren't glossed over. I mean, you can gloss them over, it will probably help, but that's not what I'm aiming for. So, yep, I'm very happy with the effect there. Here's a Torox I finished for my Scions, one of many in my future. Now these lenses aren't as good, but once again I think the effect's there. Once again, I've not glossed them. If I did, it'd probably be better. And as you can see up top as well, there's a nice small lens. So here's one of my Toroxes, which is in progress for my Scions at the moment. A bit of a theme on the channel here. This is going to be what we are using to show you how to do the lenses. Obviously you want to make sure they're nice and blacked out. Just want to add, Torox isn't finished yet, don't judge me. The colours you're going to want for this is Caliban Green, Warpstone Glow, and Moot Green as well. Now the final one of course is white. I'm using Vallejo Off-White, but really any white will do the job because you're literally only doing a dot of it. What I want to do is leave the top right of each lens black. So we're talking about a crescent moon, so it's a bit of a rough working out, but yeah, about a crescent moon in the top right of each one is what you want to leave black. The rest of it you want to just fill it in Caliban Green, as I'm doing here, and making sure it's a nice solid coat whilst leaving the separation around each lens. So I'm just going to go through and do all of this. Obviously you don't want to slap the paint about too much, put it on, let it dry, and come back and do another coat if needed. Second step is leaving probably about, I'd say, half the lens, maybe less, and then painting towards the bottom right now the Warpstone Glow. You want to do this on every single lens. Now I'd personally say this will probably need 2 coats. I've watered mine down probably a tad too much here. It's a bit of a thinner paint anyway. Obviously let it dry because you don't want to keep pushing it around, because if it gets all rough and textured and not smooth, then the effect won't really work and it will just look a little bit naff. Yeah, I had a few issues with the focus on this camera. I do apologise, it's not the best going in the world, but you know, nor's this channel. But we'll get there. So once again, same as the top, but now for the bottom bit you want to use Moot Green and do a crescent moon to the bottom left. You can sort of push it a bit more, make it a bit bigger than a crescent moon, but I think this is a less is more approach. Now as you'll see, I don't do it too well and do have to come back in with some further passes just to make sure it's that nice solid colour. Nice reflective lens effect. So once you're happy with that and that's dry, the final step, of course, is going in with the white. Now, I'm using a size 0 Winsor & Newton here, and you're literally putting a dot in the top right within that area which is still black, and then the same again, but on the bottom left within the Moot Green. Now, the white on the Moot Green, I tend to do a bit more of a, like a sliver, sort of going like a rounded sliver opposed to a dot, to sell that effect a bit more. But you only really need a dot. This is just me practicing for my own sake. You can go back and forth a bit playing with the transition, sort of how much green you want and how smooth the gradient between the colours are, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. My main issue I've had, which you'll also see in the video, is that on this very small brush, the white keeps drying out very quickly, so I have to just keep going back to try and get it right. But this is one you don't want to mess up, because if you mess the white up, you're probably starting the lens again. But yeah, I really hope that this this short tutorial has helped you, because lenses are a little detail that when someone's looking at a model, they really stand out, and I think can look a lot more impressive or make you look a lot better at painting than you are, and also make the models look a lot better than you are. So if you know any friends or anyone that's struggling with doing gems or lenses, chuck this over to them. I'm sure it won't send them to sleep too fast, but maybe if they have problems sleeping, then also send it over. Either way, it's a win if you want to hang around. Please consider subscribing. But thank you, and until next time, if you have any suggestions, slap them down in the comments and I will get back to you and take them on board. Thanks all. See you later.